And welcome to NARL. It's great to be with you all tonight here on this lovely Thursday evening. I hope everyone is ready to watch some Rocket League. Tonight, I am joined in the booth with none other but Bryce Crispy and Incognito. Guys, welcome to NARL. So good to be with you guys tonight. How about you guys tell the people about who we are and what we're about?
So we are a league for amateur Rocket League players trying to get production quality streams and casting. We started from another league, and a lot of the people that are in this league came from a previous league, and including a new face for NARL, but not a new face to Ginger and I, Bryce Crispy. How you doing, Bryce?
Great, guys. I hope everyone's excited for tonight. We're going to have some really great matchups set up for you, and we hope you enjoy it and have a great time with us.
Yeah, we were really excited to have Bryce, and thank you, Bryce, for casting tonight's games. I know a lot of people in the community love your casting, love you as a person as well. And also Ginger, who's going to be running the stream, and I'll be trying to do some color casting. So I think the next thing we have, Ginger, is we're going to show highlights. Oh, you're going to show tonight's card. Okay, yeah. So for the schedule tonight, we're going to have 4 matches, and each team, the way the regular season works is it's a round robin. There's 8 teams. There'll be 7 weeks of playing in the regular season. Then they'll go into a double elim playoff. For the regular season, so for tonight, each team will play 3 games. It's not a best of series. It's just 3 games. It's kind of like a baseball series, if you're familiar with baseball. So win-losses will be determining who's, first seed, second seed, will determine the standings. We're going to start out with Lunar Flame versus Thiccbrentdog, and then go into FaithX versus Fallen Angels, Strawberry Milk versus Bang Esports, and The Way Hawk Eats Worms, which is kind of cut off there, versus Spatial Awareness. And then that will wrap up the stream. And I think we did have a Icebreaker Invitational, and one of our own members made the highlight reel. His name's Oku, and we can link his YouTube. I think his YouTube is on his Discord profile. We will have to link it after this stream. But Ginger, do you want to hit them with the icebreaker highlights video made by Oku?
Yeah, let's hit them with that. Just quick for anyone who doesn't know about the icebreaker tournament. The icebreaker tournament was the first tournament NARL ran, which included Lunar Flame, Faith X, Strawberry Milk, and Bang Esports. It was just a quick single elimination 4-team tournament, and we had a great time. That stream was absolute hype. So this video, like you said, made by Oku, was just wanting for us to kind of shout out those players that participated in that tournament because they came back here for Season 1, Week 1. And without further ado, let's play the video. That was almost a goal at the last second, and there is organized chaos with the goal.
And Nix gets this one. Zesty with the follow, and this one. I was gonna say here comes Lunar Flame, but Strawberry shuts it down quickly, and it's a pinch off of a Lunar Flame defender, and it's gonna go right in.
Guy looking for the redirect, puts it middle. Dog with the save. Kershey, he just waited him out. Listen, Chaos almost gets bumped by Wegs. He somehow avoids it. Chaos with the fast break over to Kershey. They counterattack that last shot.
A standout player in that exhibition.
Absolutely. We'll have to see if he can continue that magic here tonight. Oh, I think he can. I think he can. In Cog, Aquatic wastes no time getting a goal on the board. Get it by him. Oh, but here comes Steve the Taco on the breakaway. Steve the Taco immediately responds to Aquatic with a goal. RJ of his denied by Supreme. Supreme getting a bump on Debbie, trying to give Aquatic some room here. Supreme with the downfield demo. Judge absolutely rips one. What a demo play, and what a shot by Judge. He's back to Steve. No, oh no. We got Aquatic with boost, with the flip reset, off the backboard, into net. They're getting shots and great looks on the net. So if they can actually turn those in, and Steve the Taco with the flick, top left. So does he have a little bit more magic? This is going to get to the sidewall. Here comes Steve the Taco. Can he send it to OT? No, it's denied. Bang Esports stops him on the goal line.
Fake kickoff. That could be oh my goodness, Supreme.
Supreme's placement has been supremely well placed. They would probably be fine with that.
Yeah, I think it looks like Faith X is looking for their time to strike. Oh my goodness, Debbie!
Gosh. He's leaving it for his teammate, but his teammate didn't quite understand where the ball was going to be left. Here comes Steve the Taco! Oh my gosh! Debbie RL! What a redirect! The first goal here. I think it'll be the first time that they will lead. Like at the beginning, what a infield pass from Debbie, and what a do or die.
This is dangerous. No one's got boost on the Bang Esports side. They can't do much. The Aquatic's gonna try to keep it up.
What a pinch! Oh no, the bump! Someone bumped him out of the way. Was that Debbie? Who got that bump there at the end? Whoever did denies Bang from catching this. And we got a reverse sweep from Faith X. What go back to Faith X, and they're going to have some time on this ball to corral it. A little fake by AJRJ. A little air dribble action. Hershey says no, but Faith X says yes, and it's the man of the hour, Steve the Taco. And what a pass over to Organized, deep into Nix, back over to Kershey. They put him in the Cyclone! What a pass play from Strawberry Milk. The goal line, but here comes Nix. Nix in for more. Organized, back to Nix. Nix puts it left, and Strawberry Milk takes another lead in a game. Nix, sidewall.
Strawberry's got to be careful, Ginger. This is what happened in game one. They were up by one with less than a minute left, and here comes Faith X on the counter, and it's happening again.
Debbie going to cut that off. A little corral by Kershey, and the shot from Nyx, and it's Strawberry Milk taking game number 2.
Right back in the corner from Chaos. Will it leave the corner?
Beautiful dunk, and Kershey puts one through.
Touch to himself. Chaos goes under one, gets another touch, and AJ is going to be able to turn this away. Kershey not the best of touches, as this one's going to be a counter attack. Debbie, sidewall, double. AJ to finish.
10 seconds on the clock, and Faith X responds. Anyone's game. Beautiful save, though, by Nyx on the goal line. He's going to get a hand up for that as well. Here comes Kirsch. This one, back to Kirsch. Kirsch taking time, trying to get over to Nyx, and it's in! Top left! Kershey to Nyx! Strawberry Milk takes it in OT!
How fitting for another infield pass, and Nyx with a top ends shot to take the game, to take the series, to take the Icebreaker Invitational. What a game, what a series. That was intense.
Okay, and welcome back. I hope everyone enjoyed that video. I know I did. We are ready, I think, to go with our first game and our first series of the night. Lunar Flame versus Thiccbrentdog. Incognito Bryce Crispy. I'm going to take us to the field. You guys ready?
Let's get this going. Let's get started. First game of the season in the playoffs.
Yeah, there's a little bit of drama with this series, as KaiDog did play with Lunar Flame in the Icebreaker, and Lunar Flame ended up taking a lamp, and KaiDog's now on Thiccbrentdog. So I think KaiDog's probably wanting to get some revenge in this series, and we'll see what Thiccbrentdog has in store for him.
Well, let's get into it. It's over to you guys. Incognito Bryce as our casters here in game 1.
And starting off, we have Z sending it over to the orange side, getting ready for a follow-up touch. And a good clear from Legendary Thick. Wegs being set up from the corner. Going for a follow-up touch, gets blocked out. KaiDog bringing it back over onto the blue side. We get in some defense from Z here. Brenty trying to get it inched a little bit over to the line. Legendary Thick over to KaiDog. KaiDog right off the board, and Brenty trying to set up for the follow-up and almost sends it in. Great save from Wegs there. Legendary working on bringing it back, giving over to Brenny. Brenny over to Wegs. Wegs trying to get a follow-up touch on it, possibly for 50. Legendary faking it, following it up. Lamp, good defense. KaiDog setting up for Brenty. Brenty not wanting to take that though. Wegs is going to get a good clear over top of mid. And Brenty, a lot of time with the ball.
They got Legendary Bryce rocking the SpongeBob car. Haven't seen that one in a while.
That was and KaiDog with the goal at 3:57.
Yeah, it looks like kind of just a lackadaisical play, I think, because he might have thought somebody from net was going out. Doesn't get the touch, and KaiDog pounces, and that's got to feel good for KaiDog, getting the first goal against his ex-teammates.
A great start over here. And we got Legendary with the pinch over onto the blue side. Wegs looking for a good clear here. Gonna try to get past the pressers. And Z almost in, right in the bottom left.
KaiDog is just all over them, Bryce.
He's keeping good touches on him. And we're getting a follow-up backward shot from KaiDog. Good post hit. The SpongeBob car obviously winning 50s here. Z with a good demo. Bring it over to the blue side. Lamp with a great clear out into the middle. Z almost catching follow-up on that, but doesn't need to. Lamp with the score.
Oh no, let's see what happened here. This was a big clear coming out of Lamp, and I think Brenty thought Z was going to get a touch, and Z just fakes it. And he fakes it, and that just goes straight in, and this is a tie ball game now.
Now Lunar Flame and Thiccbrentdog right at the tie. Plenty of time left. Good chances for them to try to get a buffer here in the match. Z is going to bring it over into the corner, but the SpongeBob car brings it right back down. Almost gets a follow-up. Lamp dribbling it. Can he get the follow-up touch? It's going to go over to Z. Z's bringing it over just a little bit too wide. Legendary Thick not able to win that 50. Z's able to get over to Lamp. Lamp's going for the follow-up touch. We just need a third, and there's Legs.
And Lunar Flame is starting to heat up now. I think they got kind of cold waiting in the lobby for that amount of time, but Lamp, this is the reason why they picked him up. He gets his touch off the backboard. Wegs is quick to follow, and Lunar Flame up by 1.
Up by 1 with 2:51 left. And we get a good 50 coming over from Thiccbrentdog. Dog setting it up for Legendary. Legendary going for the follow-up touch. He drops it low, and it's going to be a goal from Legendary.
The SpongeBob car strikes for the first time in NARL. Legendary goes up, gets this one down. It's super awkward for the defense as both players are on the backboard. Legendary sneaks it by to tie it up.
Right into the next kickoff. It's going to be another win from Thiccbrentdog, but Z with the good ball control. Legendary able to get the block on that. Lamp is going to try to get a good clear here past Brandy. Brandy's already up. Brandy's going to get a follow-up possibly. It's going to go over to Wegs. Wegs sending it down to the Lamp here. Possibly the pass play. Just got to sneak it past defense, but Legendary's there. And he wins 50s with the SpongeBob car. But Z is getting control over to Lamp. Brenty gets a good 50. Lamp was able to bring it off to the side here. Z, not too much power on it. That's going to be a setup for Legendary. Legendary to Dog. Dog with the drop, but Lamp able to save it over to the corner. Brenty, though, bringing it right back, and it's going to be a follow-up from Dog.
Wow, this is a shootout here in Game 1. We have so much pressure coming out of Thiccbrentdog, and Z's got no boost in net. And look at 2 Thiccbrentdog offensive players just swarming that Lunar Flame net, and ended up getting this one in. And Thiccbrentdog up by 1 now.
Thiccbrentdog up by 1. Lunar Flame has plenty of time to work with to try to tie this up here. But right now, we got Thiccbrentdog putting on the pressure, getting these shots on net. It's almost going to be a follow-up from Dog, though. Legendary able to keep it steady. Back pass to nobody, unfortunately. They're going to have to fall back and try to get a good clear. Brenny going for it. Wegs is able to slightly deflect it, but Brenny wins out on it. Lamp sends it back down middle. It's going to be Legendary, though, with the block and possibly the follow, but Z with the save on top of the goal. Dog trying to work the 50 in with that. He's going to have to fall back here as Brenny goes for a 50, but Wegs wins that, and it's going to be Lamp with the follow-up, but Dog with the save, it looked like. Wegs trying to get a double touch on it. He's able to get triple touch on it. Not able to do much else with that. It's going to be over to Brenny. And now we're on the defense now for Lunar Flame. They still got about 1:10 here, but right now they really got to start trying to get a goal here and trying to tie it up. Wegs is going to have an opportunity to get a 50 down the middle here, but Brenny following up, and it's going to be back over to Legendary. Brenny not able to do much with the hit, brings over to the corner, allowing Lamp to be able to set it and possibly clear it out middle. Looking to back off from the follow-up, but Z's up there. Legendary with a save from the top portion of the net here. Wegs able to kill the ball with the 50. Legendary able to win that 50. He's going to try to catch it off the ground, but we have Z up for the clear. A great pushback, though, from Dog as Brenny sets it up to the backboard. It's a straight drop. Wegs able to get it. Unfortunately, Legendary able to get on that. And we have 30 less seconds. We got to get a goal here.
Kind of just going back and forth, back and forth. No one's really maintaining possession, and that one's really dangerous. And Legendary just gets the touch, and Dog able to clear it out. Now it's back on the playing half.
With 10 seconds left. It's pretty dire. We got to get a goal in now. It's all or nothing. Don't allow any time to be wasted as we get a pinch over to the corner. Possibly a good setup here, but it's going to be killed by Thiccbrentdog taking the first win.
Wow, Thiccbrentdog taking the first win of the series. The first win, not of the series, I guess, first one of the 3 games that they're playing. And that's also the first win of NARL regular season season 1. Geez. What'd you see there, Bryson, that game 1?
I mean, you know, it came out pretty close there, but at the end, with 2 minutes left on the clock, Thiccbrentdog had a really great job just putting on pressure, winning their 50s, and keeping Lunar Flame on their toes. And they just found good opportunities to be able to get it. Lunar Flame put on a really good defense on their side as well, getting some clears, getting on their side. But you know, it was just circumstance. I think we got it over on the Thiccbrent side.
Yeah, Thiccbrentdog, man, that is a
It's a
hard
tongue twister. Yeah.
yeah, team to say. They were just swarming Lunar Flame, and Lunar Flame just it was in some weird, awkward defensive positions, and it made it difficult for them to save some of those balls. Let's see what if they Lunar Flame can turn it around here in game 2.
Yes, and we're going to have a good pushback coming here from Lunar Flame, and this first goal could set the tone for the match for him. As we get off to the first 50, Z is able to win that, and Kaidog not able to get the touch on it and gets demoed by Wegs. Lamp with his own demo, perfect setup to Z. Z's going to try to thread it in, but it's going to go off post up into the air for Brenty to try to get it clear on it. Thick able to follow it up, and Wegs ping-ponging it back. Wegs trying to go for another. That's a set, and Z's almost getting it, but Brenty with the save there. Right off from the first 20 seconds, we're already having some good battles out here in the midfield. And it's going to go over to Wegs here. Legendary able to get a touch on it, but Wegs shoots it right back out into the middle. And a follow-up touch, but Kaidog sets it off to the backboard. Brenty trying to get a pass down. Unfortunately, he does clear it over to his own side here. And now he's on the defense as Z pushes up and tries to get a set to his teammate. He does get a demo, though. Lamp gets repaid the favor from the enemy team as we have a shot on net, but Brenty's going to get it off to the side here. Z trying to go for that 50. Lamp able to win it. Legendary going for the follow-up touch. He's going to try to drop it down here, but we get defense over from Lunar Flame. Kaidog going for an attempt as well for Z. Not able to get the clear out. He's going for boost, and it leaves it open for him, but luckily Wegs and Lamp over there on the defense. Wegs is going to try to set it out over to his teammates, down to Kaidog. And so far, just a lot of battling back on each side of the field here. No clear setup almost on that.
There was a lot of aggression coming out of Lunar Flame out of the gates, but then it's kind of died down a little bit. As we see almost a goal there, but Wegs was able to clear it away.
And Lamp sending it down to Wegs. Wegs with the follow-up to the backboard. We just need one more touch on that. It's going to come from Z. Oh, it's going to go to Wegs.
What a play coming out of Lunar Flame. We have Wegs with a redirect off the backboard. He's falling from the sky. Z hits him. I don't know if that was intentional or not, but that was insane.
Perfect. That's how that goal had to happen. Perfect setup on it. Really good start on that, but we got Z on his own here where he's got 3 oppressors. Brenty going for the follow-up. Z, plenty of boost to send it over to Lamp. Legendary's going to bring it down onto their side. Wex trying to win the bounce. It's going to be a back pass here. A little bit of a dangerous territory. Kaidog trying to stir it up for him, and he's going to possibly get a setup, but Lamp sending it over midfield. Legendary, not enough boost, but able to get the 50 on it. And Brenny back on the rotation. Able to get a follow-up touch. He's going to give it the Thick, but Z from the top of the 90 able to save it, and Lamp now sending it out to middle. Z's going to try to possibly get a follow-up. We have a flip reset, but unable to use it in time, and he's just working to try to get a 50 with no boost here. Legendary is going to get a clear down to Kaidog. Right now, just trying to win out this midfield battle, and Lamp sending it back over. Possibly a follow-up touch, but and he pushes Brenny out. Legendary able to get the save, and now it's just mayhem in the air. Everyone trying to get a 50 on it. It's going to go to backboard. Legendary there waiting. Unable to
Lamp got that air dribble bump, but I think he got bumped back in and saved his own shot. That could have been too well Lunar, and this one's dangerous from a little bit. And I don't know what happened. I got smoke screen.
Dropping bombs right in front of the net. Unfortunately, it did not end up in a goal for him, but they do get a save. And right now, just Thiccbrentdog trying to do everything they can to be able to tie it up here. I mean, we're already a minute 40 left, and even with the goal lead, Lunar Flame's doing a good job holding off on their side, and their defense is on point. Legendary almost getting the follow-up. It's going to be over to Brent. Brent sending it to Porter, trying to pass it to himself. Legs gets the save on it. Kaidog goes, and great save from Lamp out into the middle. They have an open goal, but now Legendary over there. Brenty able to get a good bump, stir it up. Legs with the follow-up touch, and it's going to be trouble. Brenty gets the save. Kaidog sends it back out.
What a save coming from Brenty. Wegs had that double lined up perfectly. He placed it where he wanted, but Brent was just able to track that one down and keep this a 1-goal game.
And really now it's Thiccbrentdog kind of on their heels now. Lunar Flame putting on a really good offense, really great defense on there. Just trying to keep as much aggression as they can on him and not give him really much opportunity with the ball to make any plays. With 45 seconds left, we're going to have to see a really dedicated push from Thiccbrentdog as we get a demo on Z. That could leave it open, but Lamp, last man back, is able to save it. Pass up to Wegs. Wegs gets it down to Lamp. Lamp tries to get a follow-up. A little too slow. It's Legendary passing up to Kydog. Kydog with the drop, trying to keep speed on the ball, and passes again at past Lunar. And Legendary with another demo. They're pulling out all the stops to try to get a goal here, but Wegs able to get a great clear across over to Lamp. And Lamp trying to win 50s out here in the midfield. The Legendary Thick with the Krabby Patty Mobile, able to get a good defense on it. And we get a Lamp over to the side. And Lamp over to Wegs. Wegs down over to Legendary. And it might be a goal right there if they could get a shot in. And it drops down with Lunar Flame making it.
That was a controlled game more so than the first one from Lunar. And Lamp, I mean, there was a few key saves. He has 2 saves, but I felt like it was more, especially that last save there at the end against Legendary that prevented the tie. And Lunar Flame taking game 2, and we'll head into the last game.
Yeah, I mean, Thiccbrentdog coming in hard on that first match, and really goal difference. We're seeing that here too with Lunar Flame. So third game, it could go either way at this point. It could be 50-50. I'm predicting it might be the same thing, just a goal difference on it.
Yeah, these are 2 very evenly matched teams, at least here tonight. I don't know. I don't actually know what to make out of it. It looks like Lunar Flame's kind of heating up a little bit, but we'll see in game 3 if they can continue that style of aggression. Because I do think that was helping, like especially at the beginning, those demos coming out from Lunar Flame. It was disrupting the defensive rotations from Thiccbrentdog. That's what led to that first goal. So if they can continue that is going to be something to look forward to in this game 3.
I mean, at this point, with both of these teams, when they do have their rotation, their defense on, it's like you got to create opportunities to be able to take advantage of, and the demoing definitely was helping out with that. But right off from game 3, this is going to be the one to see who takes it all. And over onto the Thiccbrentdog side, they're already on the defense from Lunar Flame. Legendary Thick trying to send it out. Lamp gets a follow and a good 50 over to the side. Wegs and Brenty going for a 50. Brenty bringing it over. It's going to be passed over. Kydog too far back on that, but Z trying to set it up, and Kydog with the 50, but that's going to drop right down in, and Lamp with the first goal.
Oh, this is a beautiful 50 from Lamp, who gets up really quick to this ball. Kydog trying to meet him in the air, but this one just fortunately goes off of the ceiling into the Thiccbrentdog net. And Lunar Flame's going to take that all day.
Yeah, Lunar Flame with a good start. Great job getting it 30 seconds into the match. It's going to put Thiccbrentdog a little bit on their heels here. And we're back at the same situation right now where Thiccbrentdog's having to defend their side of the field pretty often. But Kydog sending it up, almost a shot over to the top portion, but get a save from Lunar Flame. Legendary trying to make something happen with the ball. Lamp able to get a 50, but Brenty bringing it back with another 50. And it's going to be right over in front of the goal, and Kydog getting it in.
Oh, Kydog, he's like a Christmas present. Just the ball floating freely in front of the Lunar Flame net. That's a tap-in any day of the week for Kydog.
Yeah, I mean, like we said, open opportunities, you gotta take them, and right there, it was just a perfect time. Now tying it up with 4 minutes left. Could still go either way here, but this may be a higher scoring game for both of the teams as they pass it down to Z from Lamp. Lamp trying to go for a follow-up touch, sends it a little bit too high, but gets it over one of the defenders. However, Kydog wins a 50, sending it back over to the blue side. Wegs trying to get it clear here with Brenty on the offense. Able to get it over to his teammate, Legendary, trying to set up, but unfortunately they block each other. And it's going to be Lamp with a free goal!
I do not know what happened here, but this was a open net.
I think he caught Brenty in a flip.
Oh, it caught Brenty in a flip, and he landed awkwardly, couldn't get it back. Lamp takes the open net, and also takes the lead for Lunar Flame.
You hate to see it. I've done it plenty of times myself. Just a bad jump in a wrong place, wrong time here. Lunar Flame got the goal lead. It's got plenty of time here for Thiccbrentdog to be able to make a goal. They just need to keep good pressure and be able to block out the midfield. But right now, Lunar Flame's trying to get it out themselves, and they're able to get it over onto the Thiccbrentdog side. KaiDog sending it over to the corner. Lamp setting it up for teammate Wex, trying to get the 50, but Legendary gets a great clear over to the blue side. Z on the defense here is able to get a touch just over KaiDog, but Brenty's ready. Sends it out middle. It might be given over to Z there, but he follows it up and is able to make something of it. Lamp not able to get the touch he looked like he wanted. And over now onto the Lunar Flame side, but it's going to be Thiccbrentdog and KaiDog trying their hardest to get one in, but Z and Legendary Thick winning at the 50 there. And Lamp for another open goal, but it's going to go off the post and send it up into the ceiling, and KaiDog is going to take that opportunity to try to clear it, but Z's over in the midfield with a good 50. And Lamp
Thiccbrentdog just got away with one there, Bryce. I mean, that could have been 3-1 easily.
That would have been 3-1. And right now it's Lamp going for a flip reset, and he hits it top 90.
Lamp said it's going to be 3-1 anyways. I missed the open net, but I'll get mine back. Gets the touches, gets the flip, reset, over 2, under another, and it's 3-1 Lunar.
I mean, Lunar Flame, they're in the best opportunity they can be right now. They have a 2-goal lead. It's 2 minutes, 15 seconds. They're doing a great job on their defense. They just got to really stay consistent with it, keep up on the rotations, and there's a good possibility they're going to have this. We're going to have to see a really switch up from Thiccbrentdog here, and they need to start pushing in a little bit more aggressive, not giving them much opportunity with the ball. But we have...
I think Thiccbrentdog really needs one back here quick, and KaiDog almost has a shot on net, doesn't get the touch, and Wedge going to get cleared out the Wegs on the sidewall. Lamp, not the best of touches, as the pass was kind of behind him.
Yeah,
He's
Lamp
going to carry this on.
trying to win out some control on that touch, keep it in possession, and right now the ball's just taking its time out in the middle, but Lamp is able to get a clear off the ceiling. Brent waiting down below. He gets a demo on Brent, leaves it open for Wex to try to get a 50, but he doesn't have any boost to support it. KaiDog does, though, is able to bring in the middle. However, Lamp finds an open goal, but Brenty makes it back just in time. And Brenty trying to set up for a teammate here, but Wex able to secure a hit on that. Z trying to secure one as well. It's going to be a bounce. It's going to leave it back in the middle, possibly for Thiccbrentdog and KaiDog to make a goal.
Okay, we have a game here. There's still a minute left. 1 goal down. This is a great 50 coming out of Legendary. KaiDog, perfect positioning. Slostis in the bottom right. No defenders for Lunar. It's now we just need one more. Let's see what happens with Thiccbrentdog does on kickoff here.
Minute 5 seconds is open time to be able to make something. And Brenty, last man back, able to save that over to Legendary. Z trying to get a save on that. Luckily it was top post. And we're getting a slow push from Lunar here. A little bit passive, honestly. And it's going to leave a 50 for Brenty to open it up. And Legendary is going to get a demo, but Brenty almost going to follow Z with the save there. It's going to be a pass out over to Z. And Z going to have to 50 Brenty here. He's able to get over to the backboard. Brenty bringing it back. KaiDog trying to interrupt and take the ball for himself. He's able to get it down the midfield, over for a pass, but Lamp intercepts it. Brenty going for a 50. Wegs is there, though, to win 50 and get it over. Legendary keeping away from the hole as much as he can. Over to Legendary with a late flip. Able to get a little touch on that, but Wegs is going to work on sending that over to Z, and Z's trying to get a shot on goal, but Legendary is there with 5 seconds left.
5 seconds left.
They
need one here,
right here.
Bryce.
It could be right here, but it's going to be Wegs sending it down. They're going to keep it in play, though, and it's going to be Lunar Flame winning it.
Wow, that was a great 3 games from both of those teams. I think all of those games were 1-goal games, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, they're all 1-goal games.
Yeah, a tight series. It'll be interesting to see how that plays out in the for the rest of the season. Of course, I guess they won't see each other again. This would be the only time because I forgot it's a round robin. So we won't see that unless both of these teams make playoffs. So.
great start nonetheless from both of these teams. They really played it hard. I mean, 1 goal differences between it. They were pretty well matched, and I think it's a great start to the season.
Yeah, it's a real great start to the season. And Ginger, do you want to pull up the scorecard so we can look at the the next series here?
Yeah, let's take a look at that real quick. What a series, though. That first one was crazy. And this is why I love our whole win-loss system. Is like Thiccbrentdog, even though they didn't win the series, they still have a win on their official standings. So if there's other teams that don't get wins tonight, Thiccbrentdog will be above them in the stand. Like, it just makes every game so critical in that you can still have your head held high, even just taking one game, because that just puts you just. Anyways, I just love it. I love it.
Yeah,
But
thank you
here's
for pointing out.
tonight's rest of the schedule.
Yeah. I just was going to piggyback on that, Ginger, and thanks for pointing that out. Yeah, every game does matter. So in the standings right now, Lunar Flame is 2 games, 1 loss, and Thiccbrentdog 1 game win and two games lost. So yeah, if some other team does not get a game tonight, that 1 win for Thiccbrentdog is going to put them above in the standings. And for playoffs, the bottom 2 teams, the 7 to 8 seed, are eliminated from playoff contention. So all those games are going to matter later down the season. That 1 game could put Thiccbrentdog into the playoffs. So that is something to keep in mind with when you're watching.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I am just getting the lobby set up for our next match, which is Faith X versus Fallen Angels. Should be a good one. But I will start getting that up. If you guys want to quickly just introduce those 2 teams, talk about them for a second, I will get everyone into the lobby. For those of you tuning in, if there is a slight delay, we'll go to a be right back screen, but it should be no more than like a 5-minute break.
Yeah, if you want to bring up the scene for the matchup scene, Ginger, we can start talking about the next matchup.
Done.
So Faith X versus Fallen Angels. Faith X was in our Icebreaker Invitational. They actually made a to the grand finals, end up losing to Strawberry Milk in a Game 5 overtime. Very exciting series. The VOD is up on YouTube if you do want to watch that back. Fallen Angels, they are a new team to NARL, not a new team to we know a lot of these players. They are coming in a bit rusty. Vinter, though, however, he told me that he's got like 80 hours past due. You can correct me if I'm wrong in chat, Vinter. So they are putting in the work to getting back up to that Grand Champ level. So they have a tall task in front of them going up against the Grand Final finalist in Faith X. And what we know about Faith X is Steve the Taco, he likes to demo. He's going to get up in their face. So if you're Fallen Angels, you should watch out for Steve the Taco's demos, because he I think right now has the most demos out of every other player. In that, the only data we have is from that Icebreaker, but yeah.
And also, chat. Sorry, I've been reading everyone in chat. It's great to see everyone show up. It's awesome that everyone was able to make it tonight. We thank you guys for supporting us and supporting what we're doing here. I hope you guys are able to enjoy these next matchups I have going on. And Vinter, it's good to see you, brother. Happy birthday, twin. Oh, and I got some other of the boys on here. Zesty, good to see ya. Yeah, guys, it's awesome. I was so happy to be able to see a lot of us come over from TLE and be able to make it to play in ARL. And I think this is going to be really refreshing for us, bringing back Thursday Night Rocket League.
Yeah, it's been great. Being great seeing all the old faces and all the new faces as well. You know, we met a lot of people with the old league TLE. Like I met, Bryce, Ginger, both from TLE. There's some people that like I went to Kershey's wedding, for example. So we're basically trying to recreate that community, like for a lot of the newer people and older people to develop friendships. Maybe some of those turn into something, maybe those don't. But that's kind of what it's all about. So, and having fun, of course.
Always to have fun and just be able to have some time with the boys, you know, play some Rocket League.
True. Well,
Exactly.
we do have the lobby up. We have the teams joining right now. So let's kick on over to the field and get ready for series number 2. We have FaithX versus Fallen Angels. Bryce, Incog, I want to echo what you guys said. It's so wonderful to see all these familiar names and faces, but it's also great to see all these new players, like with the FaithX team and just people that might not have been involved with TLE now making their way over to play NARL. We're going to try our best to make this community really special, and yeah, again, just thank you everyone for your support. We really appreciate it. But I think we are just missing one player. Let me double check. We are missing someone from FaithX, correct? Devi.
It's like AJ RJ isn't
Yes.
in here yet.
AJ RJ is MIA. That's a lot of letters at the same time. But let's see.
Tech. Now they're playing with us.
They didn't get the go-go yet.
Oh, Kelsey's in chat. Hello, Kelsey. Welcome to the stream. Long time no see.
Okay.
Let me see if
Trying to get an ETA from Devi to see if.
Oh, he is here. I guess he's not. Maybe he doesn't show up in the spectating because it only shows 8. Maybe.
Oh, maybe.
I don't know. All right. Well, then let's go.
Let's play some Rocket League.
Let's play some Rocket League.
FaithX, Fallen Angels. I'm hoping and I'm thinking we're going to have a lot of what we had with the last matchup, some 2 well-matched teams here as we get ready for the first kickoff.
Do you want me to take over the casting for this one, Bryce?
I could keep running it.
Okay.
I appreciate it. I mean, unless you want to do it now.
No, just I didn't know if you wanted to need a break from the last series.
In case I needed to breathe, you know?
Yeah, in case you needed to breathe.
That's good. It's like a muscle. You gotta flex. I gotta get back to training it. But right off from the start, 20 seconds in, we're already having FaithX on the defense, but they do get it clear out onto the Fallen Angels side. Steve the Taco trying to win a 50, almost bringing it past both of them. And it's going to be Davey trying to set up for AJ RJ. ARJ getting a good 50 off the backboard. No one there to receive it though. Steve the Taco going for a follow-up, gets the 50 over to the backboard. It's going to be up to DB to send it in from the top 90.
What a shot coming out of Devi. This one set up by Steve the Taco's 50 off the sidewall. And look how quick Devi is. Puts this one in the top right. Great start for FaithX.
Great start for FaithX. Goal in 44 seconds. From the second kickoff, it's going to be FaithX winning the 50, and it's going to be a setup over to the goal, but Tech saving it, sending it over to the side. FaithX trying to make an opportunity out of it, and AJ RJ does it.
Wow, AJ RJ so quick to this. Here, Steve, another pinch pass off of the sidewall. AJ tracks it down, puts it in the top left, right over Vincer's head. It was just too quick.
A hot start right now for FaithX with under a minute in. Fallen Angels going to need to start putting some goals on net here. Not allow too much of a buffer to develop. And Steve the Taco almost getting a flip reset on that, but it's going to be Tech bringing it over and putting pressure onto the blue side. And a demo on Steve the Taco, leaving an opening if they could get it over DV, but DV bringing it back over to the middle. And DV unable to get this touch on it. Over to I think I'm having a stroke. AJ RJ. Some of the names today, but Steve Taco 64 with the save, minus my stroke.
Dex is just running away with it. AJ RJ to Steve the Taco. And that's going to be 3 goals in a minute 20. Fallen Angels is going to need to do something different on defense, otherwise this one's going to get out of control quickly.
Yeah, right now Fatex doing a great job keeping possession and winning out a lot of these 50s, not allowing it to spend too much time on their side of the field. As Tech sends a shot over goal, but it's going to be Evie with the save, bringing it up high. Snowy's going to try to take opportunity on that. Doesn't look like he got the hit he wants. Steve going for a shot, but Tech with the save right over net. DV not able to make much of it. AJ, RJ's going to have to, but it's going to be DV pushing in and getting a double touch on it. Winter, pressure back onto the other goal. And AJ, RJ sending it over middle. It's got to be one of his teammates trying to follow up. A Tech fatality really guarding their side here and not allowing anything from the aerial side able to make it through. DV trying to get a save, but it almost sets up for Vinter.
That's the best look that Fallen Angels had on the Fatex net so far. Unfortunately, this goes a little bit wide.
Yeah, and Tech Fatality doing a lot of the legwork right now, trying to keep it away from their net, especially on some of these harder defending shots. Snowy's going to try to send it out, but he's going to get demoed by Steve. AJ, RJ passing over to DB, and an opening just one player over on it, and it's going to be Snowy right where he needed to be, sending it back downfield, putting Fatex on the defense here, but DV is able to put some pressure on it now. Not a lot of boost to work with it, but he may have a follow-up shot with it as he almost sends it out, but Vinter with the save, sending it back out into the midfield. AJRJ getting the flip reset and possibly a follow-up touch. He goes for a second one, and Snowy gets a save on it, sending it to Vinter, and Vinter over to Snowy, over to the top of the net, but Steve Taco saving it from the top 90, and now DV trying to take it back over to the other side as Tech goes for a defense. He's able to send it up, but AJRJ hanging out in the midfield, going for another flip reset. And DV working on defense and getting it out on the Fatex side. Right now, it's looking like Fallen's able to get some pressure back over onto the Fatex side. But I mean, with a minute 30 left, they're going to have not a lot of time to be able to work with as DV tries to make a shot, but Snowy's able to get the save on it. Steve reapplying the pressure onto it, but Snowy holding his own in the corner as he gets almost another one over to Winter. But DV able to get back in time, gets a save, going for the pinch, makes it under, but Tech, plenty of time with the ball, is going to try to set something up. He's able to pull out AJRJ, and Steve the Taco was committing to that, leaving it way too open. It's going to put him in a dangerous situation, but DV still hanging out by goal, able to get the defense on it, and Steve the Taco with a shot on that, no one's there, but Vinter makes it back just in time, is able to set himself up, but it's going to be Fatex defense, able to keep it over onto the Fallen Angel side, and Snowy, no one to pass it to. He's going to have to take it for himself, and it's going to be Steve Taco bringing it down to Vinter, and AJ backflip, sending it up high. Tech Fatality was not happy with that, and it's going to go back to AJRJ to the top of the post, but just a little bit too high on that. Looks like they're going to try to set up for another attempt here, but Vinter winning the 50, bringing it in middle, and just keeping them back as long as they can. With now 30 seconds left and it being 3-0, it's going to be difficult to really do much here.
Yeah, I mean, after those first 3 goals, Fallen Angels has kind of shut down Fatex. There's been some pressure, but Fallen Angels not letting in another goal yet, and this could be a caster's curse. And it is.
Incog, how could you?
I know, I'm sorry, Fallen Angels, it's my fault.
And just quick reminder, Bryce, if you want to check your DM just real quick about something. But honestly, Fallen Angels, they're fighting here, and just so everyone knows, Fallen Angels are a solid team, but they are a little bit lower MMR than Faith X. So keeping Faith X to 3 goals for the majority of the game is actually very impressive.
Yeah, to put it into perspective, AJRJ is trying to reach Supersonic Legend, and I think Tech right now is in Diamond. So Tech has gotten Grand Champ before, and again, a lot of these Fallen Angels players are a bit rusty. They haven't played the game in a while, and they're trying to get back up into it. Very capable players, but it being the first season where they're still trying to ramp up, they know that it's going to be a little bit rough in the beginning, but honestly, there was a good amount of time there, half the game, where where Faith X was just stopped at 3 goals, and I think that's a win for Fallen Angels. And I also think it's going to be great for them to see this kind of competition. Faith X is one of the better teams in the league too. From what we've seen, anyways, we haven't seen the 4 new teams play. So I like to see if they can reduce this 5 maybe to like 3 goals, and just do a little bit better incrementally each game. I think that's a good goal from Fallen Angels, and maybe they'll take a game as well.
Well, and as far as the stats go, they certainly put up a fight. I mean, we have 6 saves on the Fallen Angels side alongside 6 shots. Faith X just did a really great job reapplying the pressure, keeping that rotation and defense going, and they were able to slot in a lot of assisted goals. I mean, 5 of them assisted from teammates. But this is going to be Fallen Angels' chance to be able to make a comeback on it and maybe catch Faith X in a bad position if they're able to create the opportunity. And I'm so sorry, Devi, for the sins I've created in your name. Ginger was so polite to tell me to look at my DMs, and I was mispronouncing your name this whole time, so please forgive me, good sir. But we're going to get straight into this match, and it's going to be Fallen Angels able to win out the start of it, and Tech setting up off the backboard, plenty of defenders able to get it off the net side, but Vinter is going to try to get a shot on net. Devi able to send it back over, and Snowy trying to get a good 50 on here, trying to get past the midline, but AJ is going to break through that midline as Steve takes out Tech. Vinter with the backflip able to bring it back into the corner. And Vinter, I mean, right now, just trying to find some sort of way to get it past this midline defense coming out from FaithX. Steve is going to try to set it up, and Devi's up there trying to receive it, but unfortunately blocks Steve the taco, and it leaves AJ in the back, but he's able to get a little bit of time wasted on the offense from Fallen Angels, and Devi is going to use that boost and try to get it over 1, maybe 2 of the defenders, but Vinter with a good 50, able to block it out, and now trying to flick it over into the goal, but AJ with the save from the top 90, and Tech, maybe a flick out, not enough power, however, and it's going to be Snow on the defense with 2 of the defenders up, and it leaves Snowy, not much of a touch there, but Vinter is going to try to get some power onto it. Devi able to get it clear over to the side, and down over to AJ RJ, but Tech was able to make it just in front of him to get some defense as he sends it out into the middle. Steve's up for it. He's able to get a touch on it, trying to waste some time as they gather their defense, and it's with Snowy off to the backboard and trying to follow up with it. A touch from Tech. It's going to go into Devi. Over to Snow with a shot over from Vinter. 51 out by Devi. And Devi now trying to put the pressure down on the time. Doesn't seem like he could get the ball really to stick to his car that much as we get defense coming out from Fallen Angels. And now Steve getting a pinch, but it's going to be a pass over to the opposite side as RJ is able to win out that 50. And Devi off to the backboard, but I mean, from the first match, we're already seeing a huge difference from both sides as we almost got it in from the upper 90. I mean, we're 0-0, 3 minutes left on the clock.
Oh man, AJ.
Hey, I mean, they're trying their hardest, man. They're getting setups on it, but the defense right now from Fallen Angels is proving to be really strong now. Demo coming out from Devi. Steve getting a good clear out into the middle. It's going to go into the hands of Fallen Angel as Vinter's going to have to win this 50 against AJ. And Vinter able to get a obstructed free clear, except we have Devi up there with the save, and AJ trying to win the 50. He's going to go over to the top of the net. Snowy trying to get something over to his teammate as Vinter tries to go, but he doesn't have the boost to support it, and Tech doesn't have the power either, and Steve is able to get the save on it. But now FaithX starting to feel the pressure from Fallen Angels as they're keeping good rotation and good shots on net, but AJ gets a wonderful clear over to himself, trying to keep the ball in his possession, and Devi able to follow it up with a goal.
Yeah, this is a little bit of an overcommit from Fallen Angels. AJ puts it off the corner, and Devi follows it up quick. But I like what I'm seeing from Fallen Angels in this game. They are staying on the ball. The rotations have been clean. They're keeping this a really close game. They've had a few shots on net. If they continue this going, I mean, I think they could take the game from FaithX.
I think they have a great chance, but Stevie's going to take an opportunity and a chance for himself, making it 2-0.
Steve just a touch to himself off the sidewall, follows it up quickly. And that's going to be 2 goals for FaithX to the Fallen Angels 0, but still lots of time for Fallen Angels to come back in this one.
Yeah, I was gonna say as well. I mean, it was night and day difference. They're really battling it out with no clear strengths on each side. But now with a 2-goal deficit, they're gonna have to really put on the pressure and start trying to keep it away from this FaithX ball control that they have going on. But with a minute 40, they certainly have a chance. A double commit coming out from FaithX, but AJ is able to get a setup on it. Devi sending it back to his goal, and that might be a mistake as Vinter goes for a shot. Devi just able to touch with his tail, and another save coming out from Steve the Taco as Snowy trying to get back to his teammates. Devi's going to try to take control and the 50, but Vinter wins that. AJ sending a pass over to Devi, it looks like. He gets a flip reset down to Devi. Devi down to Steve, and Steve with the shot.
Oh, a 3-man passing play coming out of FaithX. It's going to be AJ RJ. Flip reset, pass to Devi on the back wall. Devi back down to Steve, and Steve going to finish this one 3-0 FaithX.
And we're starting to see a bit of a buffer coming out now with FaithX, much like last game here. I mean, with a minute 13, they can make it happen, but right now it's got to be all hands on deck. They need to start getting some goals in now. And Tech may just have that opportunity as they have an open net.
That's going to be an overcommit coming out of FaithX. Tech just jumps as the gun on this infield play and puts it over the last defender, and then he has an open net, and that's going to be the first goal of the series for Fallen Angels.
With a minute, 2 seconds left on the clock, 31 seconds to goal. Fallen Angels can tie this up and make it for an overtime win, but I imagine now FaithX is going to really be putting on the heat for them, not giving them an opportunity, and Devi making a goal 4-1.
This is just a mistake coming out of Fallen Angels. I think Tech just misreads this off the back wall, and Devi's just going to have an open net. Puts it around Snowy, trying to get back with no boost. That's going to be 4-1 to FaithX.
I mean, all opportunities, and they're able to find them and take them. Fallen Angels now, it's looking pretty dire here as Steve almost gets a double touch off the backboard, and Devi's going to try to send one in, but Tech there for the defense over to Snowy. Tech working to try to get a pass in midline, but it's going to be Vinter that finds an open shot to an open goal. Can Steve get there? And Steve gets there for the save. Devi gets a touch on it. I don't think it was an intended touch, but he ends up blocking just a little. Snowy gets a back pass over to Vinter. Vinter winning that 50, and Snowy trying to go for another one, but AJ saving it. Tech hanging out in the middle, able to get a follow-up touch, and Tech going to try to get it past Devi here, but Devi up and over onto the corner for Fallen Angels. 10 seconds left here. Now's the time. Try and make any goal you got, but it's going to be staying out in the midfield, and just everyone flying around it. No touches on it, and that's going to be game. FaithX with the win.
A lot better game coming out of Fallen Angels, though. And at the end there, they were starting to get some quick pass plays going, and I think if they take that into Game 3, that is going to help them immensely to try to get a game win. But yeah, FaithX they were just too much.
Yeah, FaithX, I mean, from the first game to now, really just have been consistently strong in it. I mean, same with the stats that we see on here. I mean, we're seeing 5 saves, 8 shots, and 8 shots as well coming from Fallen Angels with only 2 saves. It's just they put on that pressure, and they're able to really keep a lot of ball control and allow for open opportunities that they see from Fallen Angels. And Tech, once again, having to put in a lot of work and heavy lifting for Fallen Angels.
Yeah, and like we called it in the pregame, is Steve the Taco is going to get his demos, and he got 3 this match, and I know he got a bunch last match. I didn't see what the actual number was. I could probably look it up, but that is something for this Game 3 that Fallen Angels is going to have to worry about their back line getting demoed by Steve the Taco.
Watch out for Steve the Taco, because he's coming. And I mean, I still think Fallen Angels certainly has a chance on this one. You know, I'm hoping to see them get out a win on this and be able to get one onto the record. But we're gonna see right from kickoff, and FaithX continues the sort
He
of
had
power.
7 demos in that first game, right? Steve the Taco.
7 demos.
Yes.
Heat-seeking ballistic missile, Steve
Yes.
Taco.
He's trying to pad his stats. I think he wants a title, like the Demolisher.
I think he's looking for Demolisher title. He wants that. Interesting play coming out from the first 15 seconds here, but it looks like we're getting the momentum back. Fallen Angels sending an offense over onto the Fatex, but Fatex currently in control, trying to get a good flick, is able to get it over the defender, leaving one defender. Devi's going for the demo, and that leaves it open, but AJ not able to put it into net. It's going to be Devi trying to keep pressure onto the back of the board as he sends a ceiling shot down over to his teammate Tech, able to get the save. AJ patiently waiting to set up for Steve right below him. He's going to get a touch, but it's going to be Madness right on the side, and it's going to set up for Devi as well as he tries to get it over to AJ, and AJ's going to send it in!
What a first goal coming out of Faith X. Devi takes it to the sky, hits it off of the ceiling, makes it so difficult for the Fallen Angels defenders to try to get back to that one, and AJ RJ just too quick.
Faith X once again in their position, just build that buffer and be able to ride the timeout. Fallen Angels still has plenty of time if they're able to tie it up and try to inch at least a goal or two buffer in their direction, but Steve the Taco right now putting some serious pressure on it and setting up for an open shot.
Oh no, it's just a miss coming out of one of the Fallen Angels defenders. I think it was Snowy. It takes a weird bounce off of the sidewall. Snowy not able to get a touch, and it just bounces straight in.
Now with the 2-goal lead, just under 4 minutes. Right from the kickoff, it's going to go almost dead straight in the middle. Vinter able to try to send it, but sends it down to Steve. And Steve, in the same position he was last goal, is able to set it up to Devi, and Devi securing the third.
Faith X are getting these crazy touch bounces. This one's like comes off the sidewall a little bit, back wall a little bit weird. None of the Fallen Angels able to read that. Devi's able, he has a lot better angle at that because he's coming in from the midfield. And Fatex will definitely take this. It's going to be a fake kickoff coming from Fatex. They're trying to go for a 3-man passing play, but wasn't able to connect on that first pass.
Fallen Angels trying to hold the midline and keep pressure on Fatex. We are going to see some good aggression, but AJ able to get it over to the defenders, over to Devi, and Snow unfortunately catches it and throws it in.
Oh, that's just so unfortunate. He was trying to hit that off the left side of his car, and it just ends up hitting off his hood, and it just pops right in, down the center. And it's just the pressure. Like when you play teams that like Faith X, where they're just all over you, they're demoing your back line, you're just going to end up rushing reads and making mistakes. And that's just what this Faith X team does to teams.
Yeah, it really puts opposing teams in a weird situation. You know, you figure you would want to fight fire with fire, but really at this point, if they work on their shadowing and be able to just get good clears and keep it away from the ball control Faith X is putting onto them, it could open some more opportunities. But I mean, we're right here now, 4-0 with less than 3 minutes, and an open goal for Steve Taco. It's 5-0 now.
Yeah, this one, I mean, Fallen Angels, they have to get aggressive. They were down by 4 goals. Vinter tries to get in the face of Steve. Steve just gets the beat around, and then there's nobody back, and Faith X is going to take their 5th goal of the game.
Back over onto the Fallen Angels side, having to defend from Faith X as they send it out to the side. Tech, last man back, able to send it over to Vinter. Vinter not able to make the connection, and Devi just trying to keep ball within their control. It's going to be AJ and RJ trying to get a pinch with his teammate, and now it's just Steve, last man back, and it's going to be a 50, but it goes off the top of the billboard. And Devi able to get up to the ceiling. Steve with the pinch over to the back, and a follow-up touch from Devi out into the middle. Back on the defense now for Faith X, as Fallen Angels is starting to try to put on some pressures. They're winning 50s, keeping it on their side, but we have a lot of good boosts coming out from Faith X. They have plenty to be able to make a play back across the field. Tech with the 50, it's able to go into Steve's favor, but Vinter's able to take it back, and Devi, maybe with a flick he could get it over. It looks like he gets it over one, almost the other, sends it off to the side. And it's going to be now AJ trying to go on the offense, but Steve able to get a demo on it. Now Vinter and AJ. AJ bringing it over to Snowy. Snowy able to get it clear. Devi falling back and sending it over to AJ. AJ unfortunately passes it, but Steve able to send it up, possibly with a follow-up touch. It's going to go over one, but Tech's there on the defense, and Vinter able to get it out. AJ looking for another attempt here as he tries to pass it to Devi, but Devi able to just squeak by barely. AJ following up, able to get a touch on it. I mean, they're just putting an immense amount of pressure right now on Fallen Angels, not giving them any ball control, taking all the boost and boost starving them. It's going to give them really as much time as they want if they're able to keep this up.
Yeah, they're just controlling the map right now, just like you saying, not letting Fallen Angels get any kind of possession. But as I say that, Venture almost gets some, but it's right back into FaZeX hands.
And now battling out in the midfield, AJRJ has enough boost to make a play off this. He goes off the ceiling, goes for the musty, but it's going to be Snow able to take control of it and get it almost over another defender. Steve able to get past 2 for an open goal, and it's going to be another shot. There's no one there to be able to take it. It's going to Debbie.
Yeah, this is just another all-in challenge coming out of Tech, and Steve just waits for him for that challenge and plays that 50, and a great pass up to Debbie. It looked like he would pre-jump that a little bit.
And with 6-0 on the board and 48 seconds left, FaZeX just absolutely showing everything they have here in the last match. Gonna secure a really great three-win lead for the season, but Tech saying we're not done yet, able to get a goal last second.
Hold on a second, they didn't get shut out. Snowy gets this off the back wall, and Tech dumps HARJ straight into the FaZeX net, and that's definitely something to walk away with, like not getting shut out, getting at least 1 goal. That always feels good.
And that's definitely the important part now for Fallen Angels, is keeping pressure, especially right at the goal line, and trying to predict where that defense is going to go. Tech was able to get a great follow-up, able to send it in, but now it looks like they're back on the defense. And Steve able to get another shot, now 7-1.
Oh no, it's the Brazil from FaZeX. This is a nice infield pass from Devi, and this one just goes, it's kind of careens right back to Steve. Steve takes the open net.
Right for the 9th kickoff now. Fallen Angels Tech able to make it right through, but Debbie hanging out in the back, able to get a save on that. And it's going to be another shot on it. Debbie once again guarding the goal. And now Steve trying to set up a play with Debbie. Debbie over to Steve, but goes right behind him. Steve trying to go for the demo, but now having to back off. And another set coming from Debbie, but Tech able to get the save on it. Venture not able to make much happen with it, able to bring it up at least to the side and maybe get a follow-up touch with another shot, but FaZeX taking the win.
Yeah, FaZeX taking all 3 games from Fallen Angels. I think, Fallen Angels, Vinter is a coach, and so they have a lot of material to look at and study from these 3 games. I mean, they're playing one of the better teams in the leagues the first week. So I think I'll be interested to see what they turn around next week and see what kind of changes they come up with. So,
Absolutely.
But yeah, this one was all FaZeX.
FaZeX, they just really put on a really hard battle for Fallen Angels, but I think there's a lot of material here for Fallen Angels to look over and just kind of see where they could tidy up, and they could have much more of a presence when they come back in.
Absolutely. And then I think our next series, Ginger, if you want to move into that card, we'll have Strawberry Milk, who was the Icebreaker Invitational champions, playing against Bang Esports, who was also in the Icebreaker Invitational, but those teams actually didn't meet in that tournament. So this will be the first time we get to see these two teams play, and I think it's going to be a pretty even match. We have all 6 players are very good. Aquatic is very exceptional. He's I think he's close to SSL, if not SSL. Judge and Supreme also very good as well. And then the Strawberry Milk boys, they Kershey, Steve, Chaos, they've been playing with each other a lot, so there's a lot of chemistry on that side of things. And Bryce, I think you know some of these teams as well.
Oh yeah, I have some of my boys in here. I know Judge Dredd said hi earlier. Chaos said hi. Kershey said hi. It's good to see you boys in here. I'm excited to see how the match goes. But yeah, I mean, Strawberry Milk versus Bang Esports. All these team ups that we had so far, it's been a lot of good energy and a lot of excitement. I'm expecting no less for these 2 teams. And Salmons,
Yeah.
Jacob. What's up, Salmons? Also, guys, thank you once again for showing up. I love seeing everyone in chat here. We got a lot of people giving us some love here. And they're called B19 fish. They're called fallen angels, so they must fall before they rise. I can't agree more with that.
There we go.
Awesome. I am just working on getting this lobby set up. I apologize. It's taken me a little bit longer than normal. Had a issue with the team colors, had them reversed. But that is about situated.
Do we want to take a short break, Ginger?
Yeah, I think let's go to like a 5-minute intermission, and we will be right back. And welcome back, guys. We are here at the start of Series 3 between Bang Esports and Strawberry Milk. All these players know each other very well, so it might get a little crazy. I'm going to give them the go-ahead, and let's get into game number 1. Start, go, go, go. And While Bryce Crispy relaxes his beautiful voice, I, Ginger Vortex, will be taking over Game 1 as the main caster. But don't worry, Bryce will only need a game intermission and then we'll be back. So here we have Aquatic, just barely missing that. On the ceiling, Aquatic going to try to get it past midfield. Here comes Strawberry Milk on the warpath, turned away by Judge. Watch out for Judge. He is a very standout defensive player and a very good one-on-one player. If you get stuck in a one-on-one and Judge has on the roof of his car, you're not going to like your odds. Oh, but actually a slight mistake on the Bang Esports side, and Kershey going to knock one through.
Yeah, it was a pass coming from a back pass from Nyx to Kershey, and we know Strawberry likes their passing plays, so that's something that Bang is gonna have to watch out for, Ginger.
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, Strawberry Milk, like you were saying, took the win in the Icebreaker Invitational, but they did not play Bang Esports to get to the finals. They were on the opposite side of the bracket. So it's going to be really interesting to see how these two teams match up. But right now, pretty even. We've had a few mistakes by both teams. Strawberry Milk was just the team that was able to capitalize earlier than Bang Esports. But here comes Aquatic. Beautiful little delay. Judge going to get a rip downfield. Organized Chaos. Going to put it to the side. This one. Pass one. Judge trying to get back. Supreme. Aquatic going to have to take control on his goal line. Aquatic. Upfield. Cut off by Organized Chaos. There's a beautiful touch by Supreme. Organized. Trying to get it up to, I think Kershey was up there, but he was on his way back. Nyx going to get beat by Aquatic on the back line. Just gonna have some really back and forth play here in COG.
Yeah, so this ball is kind of stuck in the midfield, going back and forth, boom ball, but Chaos is going to get it onto the Bang Esports side, try to get a touch off the backboard, but Aquatic's there to meet it.
Oh,
takes his foot all the way down. Supreme almost got it in, but Nyx is able to carry it to safety. That could have been a game-time goal for Bang Esports, but Nyx was able to turn it away.
Yeah, just dodging disaster by the hairs of their chin. Oh no, here comes Strawberry Milk. Judge getting, I think, a little bumped there. Kershey going to have a little bit of time on this ball, but not a lot of boost. Oh, beautiful, beautiful IQ play there to get the flip reset so you could get the wave dash to get the challenge by Kershey. I see you. I see you. I know why you have a doctorate. And here comes Dr. Kershey. Going to get cut off by Judge. Nyx going to hit one in net, and Nyx, a beautiful goal to get a 2-point lead for Strawberry Milk.
The first goal was Nyx to Kershey, and the second goal is Kershey to Nyx. These guys are finding each other on these passing plays, Ginger, and they're just turning it into goals. Very efficient from Strawberry Milk.
Agreed, agreed. And it's a little bit like, right now, you can tell that both teams, at least towards the beginning, were kind of playing timid. It seems like Strawberry Milk is breaking out of that shell a little bit earlier than Bang Esports. I'm seeing Bang Esports play a little bit slower than they did in the Icebreaker Invitational. I have a feeling as this series goes on, you're going to see a lot more mounting pressure from Bang Esports.
Yeah, I mean, one of the things we saw in the highlights was Supreme's shooting, his placement, his accuracy. So if he gets some shots on net, they're probably going to fall. So we haven't seen that yet, but I do expect to see some shots coming out of Supreme as Aquatic off the ceiling to himself and almost gets a touch in, but a little bit wide on that first shot.
Oh, what a save there by Supreme. He just prevented another goal from going in, but here's Organized. Back to Aquatic. Nyx trying to take his time, but Supreme is having none of it. Does he get the bounce? Organized making the save on the goal line. I think that was going in. And Supreme, like you said, Incog calling the man of the hour that needed to get a goal on net, and he does.
I think Chaos thought somebody was in net here. He kind of turned away and almost upfield, kind of expecting a last defender, and Nyx just wasn't back yet. Supreme just pounces on that, and that's going to be the first goal for Bang Esports.
And here comes Judge. Going to not get the best first touch, but Aquatic going to be there. Judge trying to get back. Supreme going to have some time on the ball. Nyx going Gonna pop this one over to a teammate. Dr. Kershey decides to bail. Probably smart move. He was a little bit off. Organized. Over to Judge. Judge with the dunk onto the backboard. Does he have a follow? Supreme down to Judge. This is just sitting in the Strawberry Milk goal line out. Or the shooting the box. The box in front of the goal. Whatever that thing is called. And here's Nyx. Strawberry Milk going the other way. I'm too excited. And a beautiful shot by Nyx. Nyx puts another one away.
Yeah, Strawberry's defense was able to hold on tight. Kershey gets a great 50 off the sidewall. Nyx just beats out the last defender on the Bang Esports side. And Strawberry gets that insurance goal with 42 seconds left. And that's huge for Strawberry because, as we saw in the Icebreaker, they like to give up, you know, 1-goal leads in the last few seconds. So having that insurance for them probably feels really good.
Absolutely. Strawberry Milk. Oh, Kershey and Nyx and Organized were trying to cook something up there. Organized on the back wall. Organized. Gonna push one through. Aquatic. Aquatic with a beautiful dunk. Does he have a follow? Supreme on the backboard. Judge trying to knock Kershey out of the way, but Kershey gets to it. And I think Strawberry Milk is about to take game number 1.
Yeah, I mean, Strawberry Milk played their game, and Bang Esports kind of allowed them to play their game with those passing plays. If you're Bang, you've got to jump those passing plays. Be on the lookout for them because that led to at least 2 goals, Ginger. I mean, the other one was kind of a pinch 50 off the sidewall for the last one, but Kershey and Nyx just connecting in that first game.
Absolutely, absolutely. And while I get game 2 underway, I am going to bring Bryce Crispy back into the casting booth. Welcome back, Bryce, if you're ready. And he will
I'm not going to lie.
Oh, he was ready. He's right there.
I was right here ready. I was munching down. I don't know if you guys know this, but shoutcasters at least burn 2,000 calories a second while they're casting some of these games. So you gotta stay up on your foods. You gotta keep that calorie count in.
I did not know that, but now I feel like I can afford to eat McDonald's later tonight. So thank you for that.
You're gonna pass. There's your pass.
I gotta
I did
pass.
not know that either.
2,000 calories a second. That is quite the claim.
Ridiculous, but that's medically backed. I saw it on Facebook.
Well, let's get started with game number 2. Incog, Bryce, I'm going to hand the keys to the kingdom over to you two. Have fun, and let's get underway here in game number 2.
Yes, sir. Strawberry Milk, Bang Esports coming into game 2 here. Strawberry Milk, they got that chemistry going on right now. I'm gonna want to see Bang Esports really put the pressure on them. But right from the start, Organized, trying to put some power onto the net. It's going to go to the backboard, and now Supreme working its way across over to the blue side of the field. He's able to get a follow-up touch, and Nyx able to get a great clear back over to the Bang Esports side. And now it's going to be up to Judge trying to get a pass over it, but Nyx is going to be able to intercept, bring it down to Kershey. Kershey gets intercepted. Kershey is going to try to set up a shot because Supreme gets touched, and Kershey with the shot.
Oh, this is a great rotation coming out of Nyx. He's going for the pass. The pass doesn't come, so he goes for the bump on Supreme, and Kershey able to take the open net. And Strawberry is starting off right where they left off in game 1, taking this into game 2.
4:34 left on the clock. Plenty of opportunity for Bang Esports here as Aquatic sends it over, just over Nyx, sends it down over to Judge. Judge gets 50 by Kershey, and Organized sends it over to Kershey. Kershey not getting the touch he wanted. Organized trying to work out a 50, but it's going to go back over to the blue side where Nyx is on the defense. Supreme not making the connection he was looking for. Kershey putting on the pressure into the corner. Aquatic able to make it over to Kershey. Nyx trying to intercept. Aquatic continuing to bring it down. Supreme trying to get a touch, but it sends it back over into the corner. And Judge trying to make something from the follow-up touch. It's going to go back to Supreme, who gets the touch. Organized sending it to the backboard here. It's going to be all 3 of them on the defense here. Luckily, they get over the first attacker, but Nyx able to bring it over into the and Kershey trying to get a shot into the upper 90. Organized trying to reclaim a shot onto it, but Judge is going to send it down into the midfield. It's going to be a bounce, and Nick's able to bring it up over to the goal, and Kershey with the follow-up touch over to the side, but more power coming from Aquatic, going just a little bit wide. Supreme is going to try to continue that pressure, but right now, Strawberry Milk putting on their defense as best as they can as Kershey brings it back over onto the Bang Esports side, trying to work it past both defenders. It's going to be a shot that can be set up, but no one was there. Supreme able to bring it back over onto the Strawberry Milk side. And now Supreme going for a shot. It's going to be just a little bit shallow. We're getting defense once again from Strawberry Milk. Trying not to allow any opportunities for Bang Esports. But Bang is trying to set up another opportunity, and that could be a shot from Supreme.
This is Aquatic just putting in so much work. He gets this off the back wall. Nyx doesn't get the next touch, but then Aquatic lands on Chaos. Fortunately for Bang Esports, and Supreme able to bounce on that one quickly and clean that one up, and this is a tie game.
Yeah, looking a lot better right now for Bang Esports. Keeping it 1-1, 3 minutes left. It can still go either way, but as long as they can keep this energy, they're going to be able to keep Strawberry Milk running for their money here as Organized Chaos tries to set up for his team. But it's going to be Aquatic getting a no boost clear over to the midfield for Supreme to get a follow-up touch. Dr. Kershey trying to provide treatment to the ball and get it off their side of the field, but it's going to be Nyx who gets the clear to the top of the ceiling while Judge tries to keep it in their team play. Aquatic going for the 50, beating out both of the defenders, and it's going to be an open shot, but Kershey able to deflect it over into the top field. Aquatic's going to try and make an opportunity, but Organized able to defend it. It might be another shot, but it goes just a little bit wide. And Supreme tries to send it in, but Nyx gets the save on it. It's going to be Judge Dread trying to send it back over on the side, but unfortunately brings it back over to Organized, and Aquatic has plenty of boost to be able to carry this out to the midfield. Goes for the flip reset, almost a double flip. And it's going to be Kershey taking it away from him and trying to set up for his team here. Nyx sending it down to Organized. Organized continuing it to the corner. Judge passing it back to Supreme, giving him ball possession as Kershey tries one out the 50, but Judge going for the shot, and Nyx with the save. And it's going to be Aquatic trying to set it up. They're trying to get as much time as they can on this side of the field to set up a play here. But good rotation coming out right now from both teams. A couple opportunities coming out, but not anyone able to capitalize it just yet, except Organized almost finds an opportunity to capitalize on. However, it goes a little bit wide. Kershey trying to set up for another shot. Aquatic with the save. It's a floater. It can be followed by Organized, and Organized tries to send it in, but it's going to be brought back over to the blue side of the field with Nyx trying to get a clear on it, but it might be a setup. Kershey able to get a good clear from the backboard. Aquatic following up for a follow-up to Judge. Judge almost making it, and he does!
What a shot from Judge. He places this perfectly behind both the Strawberry Milk defenders and nets, and nobody can get to a bottom right. Great shot coming out of Judge. And the Bang Esports side has really ramped up the pace of play. They are flying around the pitch right now.
Yeah, they're really putting on the pressure now to Strawberry Milk, and it looks like we could have a 1-1 for the series here as long as Bang Esports keeps the pressure.
Judge gets another one. This one goes out. Aquatic off the wall to himself gets another touch. Kershey expecting maybe a harder one. Chaos can't get up in time, and Judge able to get another one back to back. And that's gonna be the insurance goal for Bang.
Yeah, good buffer. This is exactly what we want to see out of Bang Esports. I mean, with a minute left, it's really going to be Strawberry Milk trying to create those opportunities to be able to bring it back to a tie. But, I mean, at this point, Bang's really giving it all they got as it drops down straight into the goal, and it's going to go into the top post. Judge Dredd with the assist and save. And it's going to be Aquatic trying to put some pressure back on the Organized, bringing it back over. And now Strawberry Milk on the defense once more, trying to get a good clear. It looks like they're able to just squeeze by, but Judge Dredd out in the midfield going for a follow-up touch. Organized with no boost, able to make the momentum work in his favor, and Aquatic working off the ceiling down over to Kershey. Kershey with the save. Supreme taking the boost away from Kershey. Kershey's not going to have much to do with this, and it looks like Strawberry Milk's all boost starved, and that's going to leave an opportunity for Supreme to make a goal.
Oh, what a quick turn from Supreme. He was headed back into a defensive rotation, but then he sees his 50 come out and turns on a dime, beats Chaos with the ball, takes the open net, 4-1 Bang Esports.
I mean, a complete flip of the switch now from Bang Esports. Now we're looking at 1-4 with 16 seconds left. The best thing we can see from Strawberry Milk is just doing their best to try to make another goal. Aquatic right where he needed to be for that save. Looking to play time in his favor, flicks it over the first. Nyx able to bring it back over onto their side. And now Supreme keeping pressure on. Kershey unable to commit, and Organized, he's going to carry it in and just say take the win.
He stat pads Supreme's goals here for the season. Supreme will definitely take that, gets another goal to his name, and that's going to be a dominant Game 2 victory for Bang Esports, as they look like a whole different team from Game 1.
Now really it's just going to be, are we going to see the flip side now for Strawberry Milk? I mean, Strawberry Milk started off really hot, and now we're seeing it in Bang Esports' favor. So third matchup, I mean, it would be awesome to see a 1 goal difference in the game if they're able to both continually keep that pressure and consistency in place.
Yeah, and you see Aquatic with 656 points for that game, but I really felt like Judge was setting the pace for that early momentum for that Game 2, and I think the Bang Esports team kind of responded. The rest of them with Aquatic and Supreme also getting, Supreme getting actually 3 goals in that game. I didn't even see that. One was Chaos Sloan going against. Yeah, so there you go. Yeah, Aquatic with no goals and 656 points. He had a ton of saves, I guess. Well, he had some shots, but I guess he was just getting a lot of ball touches. He had 4 assists.
I think it's like what you said earlier, is Strawberry Milk started coming out of their shell at first. Now we're seeing that in Bang Esports, and now with this Game 3, I think it could go in any favor. It's going to be up to the teams to be able to build a buffer as soon as they can for this match.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what happens in this Game 3. Can Bang Esports continue what they did in Game 2, or is Strawberry Milk going to respond in Game 3?
And right now we see Strawberry Milk trying to respond right now with a backboard pass, but it's going to go to Aquatic with 2 defenses, and Supreme has an open goal to work with. Organized just able to stop it in time, and Nyx able to get the clear as the 3 attackers are now defenders, falling back to their side of the goal. Judge Dredd trying to get a setup shot. He could get another follow-up 50 off Kershey, and he does, and it's going to go to the backboard. Organized not able to make the touch, and it's going to be Supreme trying to send it, but Organized finds an opening. Aquatic able to get there just in time from the backboard. Judge with the demo, leaving Supreme against 2 defenders. He's just going to get by 1 more, but spawning in just in time on the Strawberry Milk side, able to get the defense. A great save coming from Judge Dredd, just carrying it over the goal here. Kershey trying to get a flip reset set up here, but all 3 defenders watching him like flies on a wall, able to stop it, and Supreme able to get the clear over to Judge Dredd with the shot on target. Kershey with another save off to the top of the backboard, and Aquatic trying to put more pressure on Supreme, trying to thread the needle, and it's going to be Kershey with the save, and Judge trying to slow play the ball, mind game Kershey, but Organized comes in clutch, able to bring it down to the middle. Nyx with no boost, no problem, sends it into the corner, and Aquatic now trying to clear it on their side as Kershey sends it up to the middle. Maybe a follow-up touch. He's going to have to leave it up to Judge Dredd to be able to get the save, and Judge able to get the 50. Now Nyx trying his attempt at it. He's got 2-1 defender, and then Judge just coming in time for the save. Kershey looking to try to make 1-2, but now it's Bang Esports trying their hardest, getting that clear back onto the blue side, and it looks like they might just have that as it goes back into the midfield. Judge keeping pressure onto it. Organized going to try to work at 50. He's able to power through, and he's able to slide it over to Kershey now on the left side of the field. Supreme looking to try to 50 this out. He gets a light touch down over to Kershey. Kershey winning the 50 and getting a follow-up touch, but now it's back on the run for Strawberry Milk as we try to get a setup shot from Bang Esports, but it's really at this point just back and forth, and it's funny now. It's like it's probably going to be a 1 goal difference at this point with it being 3 minutes left.
Yeah, I totally agree, Bryce. It looked like all the energy from Game 1 and all the energy from Game 2 is just kind of clashing, and it ends up being a stalemate, so to speak, as we still have 0-0 with half the game left to go, and this was a great opportunity, but Chaos does a good job of turning that into the corner.
Just trying to reapply the pressure, but yeah. Nyx getting a great clear on it, and Aquatic trying to work with his boost. But it's going to be Nyx getting the pinch, sending it back down onto the opposite side. And another 50 from Nyx, but Aquatic beating out on that 50. Kershey trying to get it clear. Doesn't get enough of it, but Organized is able to just loft it over back to Kershey. Kershey getting a follow-up touch from the sidewall. This could be a setup, but Supreme is just able to get it over Organized, coming down from the ceiling. and now working to try to clear it back onto the Strawberry side of the field. We get a flick from Aquatic over to Supreme to the backboard, but there's no one to follow it up, and it's going to be Judge Dredd trying to regain control of the ball, and now Strawberry Milk trying to work back across to the other side of the field. Aquatic falling back over onto their side. Supreme trying to keep pressure on it. Judge might be in a good position. He's able to get a touch to Aquatic, but Organized able to take it, and now try to get control from Kershey. He's going to have to fall back and try to get a setup while Nyx is able to shadow and get defense on it, keeping it across the midline. Aquatic, no boost, is able to send it way high, and Kershey now trying to make something from the ceiling shot. Not able to get past the defensive line, and Judge just trying to flick it over Nyx. Supreme trying to work past the defense, and I mean, still at this point, it's just back and forth between these two teams. Really, someone said in chat, defensive masterclass, Stumble 414, and I couldn't agree more. I mean, both of these teams are doing exactly how they should compared to the first two games. I mean, this is what I wanted to see in Game 3.
Yeah, it's still 0-0 with like only a minute left to play in Game 3, but this one could be a counterattack coming. Supreme gets a good 50, and Aquatic's there to finish it up. Aquatic!
And
He's gonna break it!
As we say it, we get a goal now from Bang Esports, putting Strawberry Milk in the deficit.
I think I've cast or cursed every single goal. Anytime I mention something, the cast or curse reveals itself. So
it really is. It's a caster curse. It's so bad. It's so bad. We're so sorry. But I mean, now with 0-1, 50 seconds, still something could come from it. Strawberry Milk just needs to find an opening, and Nyx just a little bit too wide for the shot, but it's going to be Judge. Late flip, almost to his teammate, but Kershey's going to try and make it past an opening. Aquatic left, and it's going to be Kershey making the shot.
What a great shot come Kershey. He catches this ball, he fakes Aquatic out on the first one, and then shoots it, getting it past Aquatic. He thought he was going to take a little bit more time, but no, Kershey flips it past him.
And now we're back into a tie.
We're all tied up again, Bryce.
It's back to where we started, and anything goes at this point. I mean, in reality, like Aquatic tries to set that up, Kershey getting the clear. It's just whoever makes the next goal, I think, is going to determine the winner of this match. And with 20 seconds left, it could be an OT win, but right now we have some pressure coming on, and it looks like Nyx trying to make a shot on goal, and now Strawberry Milk on the defense. Kershey trying to get it clear away from Aquatic. Aquatic barely winning that and following it up. It's going to be Judge Dredd.
What a 50 from Aquatic. What a pass and what a follow-up from Dredd. Look at this. Dead ball 50. He gets a touch around the other, backboards it for Judge Dredd. Judge there quickly follows it up, and there's 8 seconds left. Bang Esports up by 1. What is Strawberry going to do on the kickoff?
You have to believe in the Strawberry Milk here. We got to get a tie and get into the OT, but with 3 seconds left, it's going to be a hard-fought challenge here as Organized tries to get it down. Judge right off the backboard. Nyx trying to keep it up and get it away from his goal line. It's going to be Kershey sending it over to Organized. We could be a follow-up that's going to go into corner, hopefully not dropping straight into the ground, and it's going to be game for Bang Esports.
Wow. What a Game 3. That was the closest game we had for the series, and Bang Esports able to just pull it out in the last seconds, and off Aquatics, that was a crazy 50 and into a double off the backboard. To be fair to Strawberry, that's just a great play. It's a great play coming out of Aquatic. It was well fought from Strawberry, but the one thing that I didn't see in that Game 2 and Game 3 from Strawberry is those infield passes, and I don't know if that was Bang Esports shutting him down or just Strawberry not going for him.
Yeah, I mean, Strawberry Milk just had such a good start from the series, and then Bang Esports brought it back right into their face, and now with this one, it's like I felt like we saw both of these teams kind of obviously at their peak for this series, and it really just came down to like inching out whatever open opportunities you have. I mean, especially with the defensive cycles these guys had and the consistency they're working with, it was really just whenever an opportunity is made, if you could capitalize it, that's your main chance, and we got to see that.
Yeah, that was a great series, and congratulations to Bang Esports for getting the 2 wins for this week. That's going to go pay dividends for the rest of the season. I'm excited for the last series of the night. Also, Ginger, the last series I think will have to be played on Central servers. The way Hockey Eats Worms is West, and I think Spatial Awareness is East. So we will be doing Central for that. These are two new teams, Bryce. Ginger and I have not seen these two teams play. I think, and I will need to get pronunciation on if it's Tweeway or Taiway. Maybe Ginger, you know.
Do not. It could also be Tayway. I don't know.
Tell us in chat. Let's get phonetics in chat.
Yes, please.
Hawken, I think those were from I think they played in TLE. Worms Eat Dirt. I don't know. I think that might be a new player. Aiden, No Luck, and Karma on the spatial awareness side. I believe Karma played in TLE. I'm not sure about No Luck, but Aiden is new. So some new faces, some new teams facing off in this last series of week 1. So I'm excited to see how these two teams look.
I love the two team names, by the way. The way Hawk eats worms. I have no clue what that means, but hopefully one of them can explain what that name means. And then spatial awareness with the copper logo on it.
It's all the roster players, Bryce. We have Tweeway, Taiway, Hawken, and Worm Eats Dirt on that roster for the way Hawk eats worm. So they made a little
that's wonderful
team name out of it.
Yep, it's good brand recognition, and I hope it's going to go far with them. But yeah, I'm excited to see how these two new teams go. They're going to obviously be fresh to everybody, so I'm interested to see if it's going to follow the same conduct as the other series we saw, where a lot of them were just really close, great matchups, and there are at times where you saw it looked like there's going to be clear victories, but the other team was able to bring it right back.
Yeah, and Jenner, if you want to move over to that other scene, so we can see the rosters and matchup when you get a chance.
We are there.
Very nice. And I think so. I'm pretty sure Aiden is like a close to SSL player too. So he will be someone to watch out for if you're on the Hawk side. I don't know what the acronym.
Do you know what Tweeway is?
So I know they played in some of the 6-mans. I know they took some series off some pretty good players on the opposite side. So I think they're pretty high ranked as well. And I think Tweeway and Hawken have some chemistry as well too. So I'm interested. I'm interested to see what they have in store for us.
Yeah, it'll be an exciting last series for the night, being able to introduce two new teams into play in ARL. And especially if they're all around that high Grand Champ SSL level, it's going to be quite a match. And I'm excited to see what sort of moves they're able to pull out. But as we get everyone in, I think we might actually have everyone here. I hope everyone else in chat is enjoying the series. We were talking amongst ourselves before and just hoping that we have some really exciting matches and some really good matchups for you guys. And I think 100% that's what we're seeing. And I kind of asked for a better start for the season.
Yeah, it's definitely kind of picked up as the night has progressed here. These players and like the series starting to get a little bit more faster pace, it seems like. I think this one is probably going to be one of the faster paced matches we've seen all night, but we will see. It looks like a Central Ginger. US Central on my screen.
I think you're, like you were calling earlier, all the teams coming out of their eggshells. I think that's what we're seeing with a lot of these too. And now once they actually get these matches through and these this week 1 finished with, they're able to kind of come back, and I think there's not going to be so much of the eggshell cracking period. They kind of know what sort of teams they're going against. They kind of know how some of the teams play, and they could come in really prepared and start off hot right from the start.
Absolutely. I mean, it will be interesting to see how these teams progress over the course of the next 7 weeks or 6 weeks for this regular season, to see how the teams evolve, and everyone gets to play everyone, which is nice. So we'll see all the different matchups see which teams are good against other teams, and yeah, I'm excited for the season.
Absolutely. And we're going to head on over to the field as I think the teams are about to join the field. We're just working out a few last second kinks. I think some people are trying to get their internet under control. We're going to be playing this series on Central servers as we have a very East team versus a very West team. So everyone who knows anything about Central servers in Rocket League, please, we need your thoughts, your prayers, and your vibes. And please send those to Taiwei, however he says his name, for his bad Wi-Fi as well.
I'm gonna ask him. Is it Taiwei or Tweewei?
Tweewei? Taiwei or Tweewei?
That's the only two options, or is there something else?
Way, like Trey, Tweewei, or Eldamo.
Good luck, have fun. Okay, we're gonna get right into it.
And right from the start here, the Hawk winning the 50 from the kickoff to the backboard for spatial awareness. Spatial awareness re-engaging now as the aggressor. Hawk not able to get that clear. It's going to be Luck up in the sky trying to slot a goal in, but Silent able to get a save on that and keep it away from the goal line. But it's going to be Lego going for a shot and makes it.
And Legoshi, I think he's a sub. I didn't know he was be playing tonight. And he just gets this one off the sidewall, puts it on net. Taiwei can't get back to it. And it's going to be spatial awareness going up by 1.
And right for the second kickoff, Hawken taking control, working off the ceiling. He could get a follow-up on Luck, but Luck working in Luck's favor as he's able to get it clear. And Meep is going to try to send it down to Luck. Luck trying to get another touch, but Tway able to get a defensive touch on it as Silent brings it back over to Tway. Tway trying to set up for a pass, looks like from corner here. He does steal boost, and it's going to be Lego sending it back out into the midfield with Luck's help. Hawken re-engaging into the midfield. Luck stopping it immediately, and Silent trying to keep the good pressure forward. But now we're back over onto the way the Hawk eats. The way the Hawk eat. I'm gonna have trouble with that for a bit.
The way the Hawk eats worms.
The way the Hawk eats worms. And the way.
Yeah, this one is coming off a great 50 from Silent. Puts this one in the middle. Freeway able to get there quickly, putting this in the bottom right and tying it all up.
Yeah, tied up now with 3:53 on the clock. I mean, I'm glad it's at tie at this point, and both of these teams look pretty solid from the start. Tway trying to get a pass into the midfield, but Lego gained the defense, and Hawken not able to get a follow-up touch because of the bump, but he's going to try to play with the ball, and Luck able to get it past 2 of the defenders, setting up for a goal for Meep, but defense able to get it just over Meep, and now Lego, all the time in the world, able to try to get control on the ball, but sends it up to Tway, and Tway over to Meep, sends it a little bit too wide, but it looks like now they might have a setup. However, it does go back over. Luck trying to keep it in play, and Tway trying to work off ceiling. It's going to be a pinch, but Meep calling it ahead of time and able to get it. It's going to be a demo now, and Meep's all alone. It's going to go back across, down over to Luck, and Luck trying to work off backboard, pull off some of the defense. Hawken getting it clear into the corner, and Meep keeping pressure into the middle. Tway able to get it past 2 of the defenders, trying to get some goal. Set up with some boost here, and it's going to be Meep getting the clear out into the middle. Hawken sending it back up, and it's going to be a straight drop down, and it's going to be defense from Luck saving it, and Luck once again coming in their favor, able to save it, and Silent just continually trying to keep pressure now on spatial awareness, and both of them now just
the way the Hockey's worms were swarming like hawks on spatial awareness, and this ball was mainly on their side, but spatial awareness able to get some possession now. But this one's almost a skim touch coming out of Meep, but doesn't make contact. Silent's going to take it through the air. Luck's going to put it out to the side.
Yeah, still both of the teams looking solid. They're getting great clears, great defense. They're getting some shots set up, and we're seeing some open opportunities, but right now just not anyone able to get to it in time. But with 2 minutes left, it could still be anyone's game as Meep tries to set it off the backboard. Great defense from Tway. Silent trying to keep it in play, back to Tway. And Tway backing off of that, giving the ball to Hawk, and Silent trying to back him up, but Lego's able to get it over. And Lego trying to, with no boost, get a little more power on it, but Hawken also with no boost, able to get a pinch off. And it's going to be Silent, all of them really at this point, defending their backboard from that corner, and Tway finally finding the clear they need. Lego's going to send it. That might be a shot on goal, and it's going to be a save coming from Hawken. And now some freedom to be able to get it across to the other side as the way sets up for a follow-up touch, but Meep able to shut it down from the top of the ceiling, and Luck and Meep able to get the clear. Tway keeping it onto their side as we inch ever so closer to the last minute here, and still 1-1 on the clock.
Yeah, and Spatial Awareness is doing a great job defensively, getting this ball out of their side and not letting another goal go in, because the way hockey swarms is they are swarming. They are coming for a goal, and the pressure is mounting, and it is mounting almost into a goal, and Legoshi was just able to get back. That could have been the lead for the way the hockey swarms. We are going to have to find some shorter name for that one, because that is a mouthful.
Dangerous work coming out on the orange side of the field as we get close to making it to overtime. And there's a shot, but Tway able to continue it on to the other side. Lego's going to try to make a shot on target. It's going to go just shallow as Tway regains control, sets it up. Meep's there. He gets the light touch off the ceiling. It might be a setup for Luck, and Luck sends it down, but Silent with the save. As we get to the last 3 seconds, this could be a goal opportunity if Meep gets it over, but no boost coming from Luck as he gets full boost now, and it goes down, and now we are overtime 1-1.
Right, so I think this is the first overtime of season 1.
This is absolutely, and once again, so happy these teams are this well matched. I mean, for the first overtime, I'm interested to see if that's going to be the case for these next 2 matches in the series. But with us now in overtime, and we're seeing pressure onto the way the Hawk eats, I'm just going to say Hawk. I'm just going to say Hawk eating Hawks. The eating Hawks, no. But right now, just some control coming out into the midfield as we get a dead ball. Lego shoots into his teammate and sets it up for Meep, and that could be a shot, but Silent gets there just in time to send it back. Some demos happening out in the field. Luck trying to send it over to Meep. It's going to go off the backboard, and that could be a follow-up. Hawk able to get the light touch, and the Tway trying to get a follow-up touch and bounce it up, but it's going to be all hands on deck on the defense for Hawk Eats as they're working diligently to try to get a good clear on it. Another shot going wide on Spatial Awareness. Luck trying to keep the ball in play, but the rotation right now from Hawk Eats just continually gaining the defense as we get a flip reset follow-up, and Tway with the save on that. Almost an insane shot on that. And fighting still on their side. We need to get a clear just like that, and that might be an open goal. That could be the goal that they need, and it's going to be a save from Lego as he gets to 50. And Meep, all the time in the world with the ball, but not enough boost to continue it through. Hawken, I think it's going to take control here, try to get down to the midfield. Luck, for some reason, not moving. And Tway returning the favor, keeping the game fair. That is great sportsmanship if I've ever seen it. Now a 2v2 with 1v1 on the board, and almost...
We have a DC.
Oh, we have a DC.
Our first DC of ever. I'm wondering, Ginger, do you have match admin? If we can pause it?
Oh,
yeah, we can
okay.
just pause it. We will wait for him to reconnect, and then we'll just take it to a kickoff.
Hey, Tway, I just want to call you out. I appreciate you doing that. That is great sportsmanship. Like, not even a second thought, saw he wasn't playing and just like stood by him. So that's what we like here, guys. We're having good fun. We're just enjoying it, and even in this competitive scenario, we're still seeing a lot of good sportsmanship. So great job, gentlemen.
Yeah, piggyback on that. And honestly, Bryce, these two teams are very evenly matched. There's no wonder we're in an overtime, a 2-minute overtime at that. And, you know, we were saying the way the Hockey Swarms was pressuring the spatial awareness side, but then Spatial Awareness took that personally, and they're pressuring the Hockey Swarms in this overtime.
Yeah, I mean, it's really just some more back and forth that we're seeing, and I think hockey. They gotta work pretty diligent, keep it on to the spatial awareness side, and be able to try to secure another one here. But I mean, 2-minute overtime. With the way they're playing right now, we may see just another match length in overtime alone.
Yeah, I mean it's anybody's ball game, obviously, being in overtime, but I like it really does seem there's been some close calls, like the way the hockey's worms had that breakaway. Legoshi just gets back to the goal line, meets the ball, but gets it to safety. It does seem like it's going to be just a one minor mistake from one of these teams, and it might lead to a goal opportunity. Just that little window of opportunity. These teams are so quick that they're going to pounce on that opportunity.
Yeah,
Re-
I think it's that same exact scenario too.
And real quick, guys, it looks like we might have about a 2-minute intermission. It might take him a second to get back in the game. Incog, if I send this to the intermission between games on the control panel, is that going to break things? Should I just leave it on this screen so it doesn't break the stat tracking for this game?
Um, I'm not sure. Honestly, this is a great opportunity to test it out. It's not a big deal because the replays will fill all the stats anyways. The other thing that I did notice is Legoshi isn't actually on the active roster for spatial awareness. I think he's a sub for Fallen Angels. So that'll be another thing that will need to be taken care of after this, which I know spatial awareness was looking for a sub. So we'll have to verify that Legoshi is the spatial awareness sub and not the Fallen Angel sub.
That's fair. That's fair. I've just taken us to an intermission screen, and then we're actually going to go maybe to a Be Right Back screen so we can get some lo-fi tunes in here. And then once they are ready to go, I'll bring it right back.
Sounds good. We'll see you guys in a bit.
Yeah, sit tight, guys. We'll be back in just a moment.
And we are back, and we have some sad news, which I will let Bryce or Incog say because I have that
No,
power.
no, you can't do that.
Sounds like I believe spatial awarenesses. I think it was No Luck I think it was No Luck. That's who disconnected, or whoever it was. Their computer is not booting back up. It's having some severe driver issue that's not going to be able to be fixed in a reasonable amount of time. So the way Hawk Eats Worms will take this series, they will get the 3-0 sweep based off the forfeit from Spatial Awareness. So great job for everyone showing up. We apologize for everyone in chat that were excited. We're getting excited about this series. It looked like it was going to be a really good one. And hopefully next week we'll be able to see Spatial Awareness and the way Hawk Eats Worms a little bit longer. But back over to Incog and Bryce, and if there's anything you guys want to say to kind of send us off for the night.
Yeah, I mean, I do want to call out too that Spatial Awareness, even if they didn't have this disconnect, would probably also have to take a forfeit. They did have players that weren't on their active roster, and so that is a rule violation that would result in a forfeit. We can get that cleaned up since this is the first season, first week. I think if they get their roster settled for next week, just for this first season, I think we'll allow that. But yeah, going forward, that will result in forfeits. So we do have a rule book on the website if you wanted to go check out the rules. So yeah, other than that, I mean, I think it was a great night. It's sad that we couldn't see more of that series because that was actually turning out to be a banger of a series. So, but other than that, I think it was a great week one, and we will be streaming here next Thursday at the same time, 8 p.m. Eastern. Bryce, do you have some closing thoughts?
Yeah, once again, guys, thank you so much for joining us. This has been a lot of work in the background and a lot of setting up, a lot of it from Ginger and Incog. I came in a little bit late just to join into the casting, but I'm really excited to see the rest of the season. I hope you guys are as well, and I'm so glad that we have Thursday Night Rocket League back.
Absolutely. And to send us off, I'm going to play that highlight video from the Icebreaker Invitational. But with that, we bid you all adieu, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your week. And remember, tomorrow's Friday. That's all you need in your life. Good night, everyone.
Good night, y'all.
Good night.
That was almost a goal last second, and there is organized chaos with the goal.
And Nix gets this one. Zesty with a follow, and this one. I was gonna say here comes Lunar Flame, but Strawberry shuts it down quickly, and it's a pinch off of a Lunar Flame defender, and it's gonna go right in.
Guy looking for the redirect, puts it middle. Dog with the save. Kershey, he just waited him out. Listen, Chaos almost gets bumped by Wegs. He somehow avoids it. Chaos with the fast break over to Kershey. They counterattack that last shot.
A standout player in that exhibition.
Absolutely. We'll have to see if he can continue that magic here tonight. Oh, I think he can. I think he can. Incog Aquatic wastes no time getting a goal on the board. Get it by him. Oh, but here comes Steve the Taco on the breakaway. Steve the Taco immediately responds to Aquatic with a goal. RJ denied by Supreme. Supreme getting a bump on Debbie, trying to give Aquatic some room here. Supreme with the downfield demo. Judge absolutely rips one. What a demo play, and what a shot by Judge. He's back to Steve. No, oh no. We got Aquatic with boost, with the flip reset, off the backboard, into net. They're getting shots and great looks on the net. So if they can actually turn those in, and Steve the Taco with the flick, top left. So does he have a little bit more magic? This is going to get to the sidewall. Here comes Steve the Taco. Can he send it to OT? He No, it's denied. Bang Esports stops him on the goal line.
Fake kickoff. That could be oh my goodness, Supreme.
Supreme's placement has been supremely well placed. They would probably be fine with that.
Yeah, it looks like Faith X is looking for their time to strike. Oh my goodness,
my
Debbie!
gosh. He's leaving it for his teammate, but his teammate didn't quite understand where the ball was going to be left. Here comes Steve the Taco! Oh my gosh! Debbie RL! What a redirect! The first goal here. I think it'll be the first time that they will lead. Like at the beginning, what a infield pass from Debbie, and what a do or die.
This is dangerous. No one's got boost on the Bang Esports side. They can't do much. The Potter's going to try to keep it up.
What a pinch! Oh no, the bump! Someone bumped him out of the way. Was that Debbie? Who got that bump there at the end? Whoever did denies Bang from catching this. And we got a reverse sweep from Faith X. What go back to Faith X, and they're going to have some time on this ball to corral it. A little fake by AJRJ. A little air dribble action. Hershey says no, but Faith X says yes, and it's the man of the hour, Steve the Taco. What a pass over to Organize, deep into Nix, back over to Kershey. They put him in the Cyclone! What a pass play from Strawberry Milk! The goal line, but here comes Nix. Nix in for more. Organized, back to Nix. Nix puts it left, and Strawberry Milk takes another lead in a game. Nix, sidewall.
Strawberry's got to be careful, Ginger. This is what happened in game one. They were up by one with less than a minute left, and here comes Faith X on the counter, and it's happening again.
Debbie, gonna cut that off. A little corral by Kershey, and the shot from Nix, and it's Strawberry Milk taking game number 2.
Right back in the corner from Chaos. Will it leave the corner?
Beautiful dunk, and Kershey puts one through.
Touch to himself. Chaos goes under one, gets another touch, and AJ is going to be able to turn this away. Kershey not the best of touches, as this one's going to be a counter attack. Debbie, sidewall, double. AJRJ to finish.
10 seconds on the clock, and Faith X responds. Anyone's game. Beautiful save, though, by Nix on the goal line. He's going to get a hand up for that as well. Here comes Kirsch. This one, back to Kirsch. Kirsch taking time, trying to get over to Nix, and it's in! Top left! Kershey to Nix! Strawberry Milk takes it in OT!
How fitting for another infield pass, and Nix with a top ends shot to take the game, to take the series, to take the Icebreaker Invitational. What a game, what a series. That was intense.